Hello everyone, welcome back to Gentoo Rescue. Last time we ran around the whole world looking for anything we could possibly do and solved one puzzle. And this time, before I started, I looked around, I made a map of the world. It's pretty bad. I will probably have to draw some new stuff, make another version or something later, but I did find out some things I could do. And so here I am starting in this level called Cleanse, and I thought, what item could we possibly get to put in this level to make this possible? And I realized it. We need a regular green penguin. One with no items. Because now we can do this. So the question is, how do we get the blue penguin into place? And well, it's probably going to be something around like this, you know? Put this green one in place so that the blue can... Well, the blue's just going to go right through there. We don't want it to go through there, so the green can now... Well, I didn't think this far ahead, but I did think of several other things I could do, so we are not stumped. Including learning a new mechanic, by the way. Alright, what if I want to put my blue up? I don't think I want to put the blue up. Can I get the green to be standing? Right here. Yes, I can. Hey, there's blue out of the way. Yeah, I did it! Another puzzle solved! I also discovered that you can do this and go quickly to any level you've gotten to before, which is very awesome. I'm going into Y. I did figure this one out. And I will show you as soon as I do it. Oops. This one. Nope. This one. Maybe that's not quite right. Maybe I have to import something. Let's try importing blue with a bomb. Alright, red goes that way. Bam. Now with green, you can do this. Oh my goodness. Alright. I have now completed every puzzle along this track. Except we can get something out of this spot, which I guess we probably used to win here. To win one of these? I don't know. But we cannot pull it out of here, it seems. So we exit, and now transition, we check off. No, transplant. It was transplant. We check it off. That long silence was me giving transplant a big fat check mark on my box. Now where do we want to go? In Inception, I did not figure out how to do anything. In Ground Rules, I did not figure out how to do anything. But in Transition, I did figure something out. In particular, what did I figure out? I figured out how to export a bomb. So let me show you that. Open this, grab around, walk here. Okay, this gotta close the doors, get the rocket out of the way, and now we put a bomb over here, and now we have a bomb. Okay. And we could also, I guess, get a yellow walrus. So I now have a bomb. Let's go back in and get a yellow walrus. That's the wrong one. No, this is the right one. My bad. Open. Get out of here. Yellow walrus with a cane! Holy moly, this is huge, this is huge, this is huge! Oh my god, I just unlocked multiple new levels. I didn't realize that. We now can go over here, and now our yellow penguin, of course, is getting knocked out. We can go over here. We've got 2 more major worlds to get through. And we can probably find a way to... Yeah, we can use the green thing to get something red to go down below as well. So that's 4 more major worlds we've unlocked, which is great. That means we can finally move on. But before I do that, I want to go back into transition because there is something in, where is it? Flare. I figured out something here. And it's really great. You can see the swirl on there. I feel really proud of this one. So I figured out how to jump over a wall. And the way to do it, well, I will show you. So I need blue to also get a bomb. And now green comes over here, or yellow comes over here. No, blue goes first. How did I do this? Blue has to go first, right? Because yellow pops out there. So how did I mix this up? And blue needs a bomb. Green comes out and... Okay, I should be able to put them in whatever order I want. Alright, so blue goes first. We can get there. And then yellow knocks into blue, which knocks yellow, knocks blue to the right. Hey! And we get to a new level. All right, and now I learned I learned a new thing. That was the only new thing I think I learned. Shows up in 2 menus, I guess. Where is it? Yeah, launch animals will land after crossing a plane wall, just like throwing the items. So I guess this... Okay, so we are seeing multiple types of creatures doing it. We're also seeing a magnet down there. Way to spoil yourself, game. Alright, well, it looks like the gray penguin is not falling into the hatch. So that's important to know. So the hatch does not... The hatch counts as ground, even when it's open. And what is this? What new did I find here? Remove an item from an animal by starting the puzzle with the same animal. Holding no item. Alright. Okay, let's play Dud. Alright. Obviously our first move going to do a dish and the second one a dish. Alright. What do we want to do? Dud. The bomb is a dud. Clearly not. Right, so it is after a plain wall, right? It is not a wall and then another wall, which is kind of the logic I had in my mind. But if it's just after a straight plain wall... No, but some things do have to be after a second wall, right? Because, like, if you rocket into a wall, then you go all the way to the end. You don't just go to the next available spot. So for a rocket, it might have to be 2 walls. Like, okay, so here's my guess. For anything, it is the next wall after the trigger, right? So if you jump over a wall by triggering a wall... Like, if you jump over a wall by triggering on that wall, then that wall does not count for stopping you. You have to pass a second wall. But if you are knocked out by not being triggered on a wall, then the first wall you come to is enough to stop you. Okay, well, we need somebody else to go in there. Which This is not good. Oh, here we go. You get in there, break that. Now go away. And then we need to, don't we just walk our way up? The walrus can go here, and, or wait. Maybe not. Walrus has to hit the blue guy at the very end. All right. So, well, here's another idea. Maybe I don't need to break that yet, because, right, if you remember, if we were to bounce off this and then bounce off the bomb the second time, it wouldn't trigger. So maybe we need to, maybe we need to get our spring guy to be right where they are, and then the bomb to be in the other place. All right, let's do that. If that's it, then this is a pretty easy puzzle. Wait, no. Never mind, because this guy has to get out. All right. So the red guy just has to be in place then. Okay, how did I do this? Move this guy around. Nope. What if... Oops. So red has to actually be in place somehow, and I think that might mean we need to get green to be in place. Green out might have to be out of here. Alright, there's the challenge. So let's see if we can line all three of them up in this spot. Not like that. Or maybe one space to the left? Maybe we could do that? Nope. That didn't work. That's not right. That's one. Yeah, I don't know if they can all three get here. Well, two of them can. There we go. We need it to be in the other order though. Which I think I can do just fine. Yeah, because we got our blue guy here. This isn't quite right. I was like, we can have our red guy now. What did I think? I'm dumb. I'm all turned around. Okay. If we got green one step to the left, or green even here. So what do I want to do with green? I want to... Alright, I want to get blue in place in here, and then red has to be able to hit blue. Alright, that's what I want. I totally forgot. Okay. How can we do this? So red has to be... If red is where it is now, is that fine? Yes, but green has to be back in place. So can we... Oh, that's red. I mean, red has to be the one because green can't bonk on blue. Okay, well now green's back in place. Did I do it? I think I did it. Here we are. Now go left. If right is a loss, left works. Now we blast them. Yay! Alright. So that is how we get there. I do not know, however, how to get to the one that's left. So we will not worry about that. I did also write down all the capital letter levels. I don't see a pattern yet. That doesn't mean there won't be one later. Alright, that was all the things I had in my notes, and we have succeeded them. Let me quick write some check marks. And now we have a guy with a walking stick. This still cannot get past impossible. But we can get to pass, or we can get to accumulation. Let's go to pass first, because accumulation we can get past, we get to the next one. So this should be another hub full of worlds. Alright, we got walking sticks. We can only go to fling. Alright, well, I throw the bomb over there. That's no good. I should be able to fling the bomb over there. And then fling the walking stick over there. I gotta... Wait. Yeah, I got an achievement called reposition that's labeled throw a cane usefully. Does that mean that this cane is useful? I don't know if this position of the cane is useful. Okay, well, let's throw the bomb back down. Or throw the cane back down. Now throw the bomb that way. But I really want it to... What I'm trying to do is to get the bomb to fly over here. That's my guess. Well, we start like this. And then we can go like this. And that. That's a fair start. Oh, here we go. Throw the bomb down. Now throw the cane this way. Now throw the bomb up. And we're not quite ready. Now we gotta break the ground, I guess. Nope, not that like that. Throw the bomb over there. Here we go. I keep forgetting that I throw the item I have. There we go, nice. We have learned something cool. And fling not over the barrier. Volley. I mean, let's try it. Sticky. I get this and then what? Knock the thing over it. Alright, we're about to learn a new mechanic, and I cannot imagine what it is. We toss the cane over. Now we blow up. Nope. Grab the bomb. I mean, we could grab one with one and the other. So what if, that doesn't blow anything up. That knocks you the wrong way. What if I land on top of... What if I land on... I probably want the bomb as the blue guy then. No, never mind. Yeah, what if I land on top of the other guy? Bam! It bounces over. Okay. Launched animals bounce off other animals. Alright, good to know. We have learned a new mechanic. It is not the one that lets us solve this puzzle. So, what other things could we do? It's called sticky. That suggests we want to stick something. With the cane? This might help us unlock something in another level. Because, okay, what interactions could there be? There could be, walking into a gray penguin with a bomb. Doesn't work. There could be walking into a gray penguin with a cane. Doesn't work. There could be launching on top of a gray penguin with a bomb. Doesn't work. There could be throwing a bomb onto a freaking gray penguin. Ah! And then blowing him up. Oh, that was cool. I had fun with that one. Okay, we're going to have to lose our cane and then come back over here. It looks like we're going to have to throw our cane over this. And then so we can grab it on the other side. There's also some crazy levels around that we haven't, that are just over the edge. Volley. Okay, green is in place, so we just want to not move them. Okay. So, do we want to just like throw items around? If we could throw a hammer, that'd be great. Like this guy, take the hammer. Oops, oops, that throws the hammer the wrong way. Okay. Cane, and then no, it knocks, okay, knocks it to the right. Flung items can nudge other items one tile to the right of the original fling direction. And they're showing even more items. Okay, it's to the right though. That doesn't seem very helpful. So, what happens if you grab this and then we throw the cane over? Right. That's what we just found out. Now I have a cane. Okay, what if I go for... What if I go for, it's the same thing. It always gets nudged. Okay, so what if I do this? And then get out of the way. Aha, I see. Alright, now you have the hammer. And you'll have the cane, so this guy can knock that one out. Cool! Alright, so we chucked items back and forth. We'll have to rethink some of our earlier levels to see if maybe that can help. I probably don't want to throw that over. My cane is now on top of a wall. Great. Let's not do that yet. To lose the cane either way. RGO. Let us write that. What is this level called? Pass. And pass has RGO. Sorry for taking time to write stuff, but at this point it's probably a good idea to take notes as I go. Alright, so we probably want to volley some items around anyway. We want the blue guy to have the spring and the yellow guy to have the hammer. Have a spring yellow. And then have a hammer yellow, or a walking stick. And have a hammer. There we go. Great. No, before that, no, that's very good. It's good if this guy has a walking stick. Now no, yellow needs the walking stick. So yellow just goes up here. But then, here's a problem. So, have an idea. Perhaps, after this, or after one of these, we start throwing around down here. Question is, how would I be able to do that? If I stand here, bonk, there we go, but not yet. This might take some going back and forth. There we go. No, I want the cane to land on blue. So, here we go. Well, the cane has to land on blue. So, yeah. All right. Here we go. All right. So now yellow has cane. And they both use cane, and we win. Haha. All right. I want my cane again. So I want to throw the cane somewhere. I can retrieve it. Restart. Oh, there's another cane. Okay. So I go through and probably don't want the bomb. But well, what if if I throw the cane here, it doesn't land in this spot. If I throw if I throw the bomb, then if I throw, oh, it knocks it down there. Okay, I don't want the cane to be there though. Oh well, it's worth looking around. Trade. Well, the same type of level, I guess. So I will need to throw there we go. Heh, much better. This one I think needs to go here, and this one, oh, that just goes up, throws the hammer out. So maybe not yet. There we go. Now this guy comes up here, and now you have a hammer. Nope. Now you have another of those. Oops. Wait. Maybe I'm not doing this quite right. Maybe I need to wait another item before doing this? Is that better? Then I throw the hammer this way, which I need. Yes. Okay. Success! Okay. So now what happens if I do this? Oh, awesome. Now I need to have the hammer in my hand. Okay, what did I just do? I had the hammer. I don't want the hammer to be last. But no, I can't have the hammer in my hand after this because I must have the cane in my hand after this. No. There we go. Like this. Very easy. There we go. Now I've got the hammer. Yeah. Uh-oh. No. I need to do... need to do bomb first. No, hammer first. Yeah. Throw my cane. Now I have the hammer. Now the bomb. Or no, now the next cane. Right? No, now the hammer. Right. I will throw what I have. So I have the first two items right. The third item will end up... Yeah. Third item will end up on top. And I need to use the last item to use it. There we go. So I can slide through. I'll pick up the hammer, smash through the wall, and hit that. Yes! Ha ha ha! Success. I won pass. Now, there's two more that I haven't got yet, so let me write that down. Well, before I write it down, let's just look at this. See if maybe there's a way to figure it out. So, I go in I am a red penguin. So if I could get down here as a red penguin, then I could enter with a different item. So that means, well, probably not rocket. Well, how do you restart? Right here. Well, yeah, if I could get in with as a, well, yeah, red penguin with a rocket, great, yeah, certainly. Well, maybe, who knows? We did see a magnet and some other items, we might be able to use those. But like if I had a rocket, I could just go down and get to this level, whatever it is. This one's still got no idea. Maybe if there's one that's like, if you could like drop a teleport exit over there. Anyway. Yeah, that seems about to be it for this level for now. So I'm gonna hop over to accumulation. Hey, magnet, turnabout, fish. We're gonna learn some new items. Fish, maybe that means the penguins can swim. All right, well, let's start with that. I ate a fish. Okay, let's start with herrings. Ah, yeah, we got a proper new world. We probably won't do this whole world this episode. Only one thing to do: eat. Alright, so that counts as not winning if you haven't eaten all the fish like Pac-Man. New entry. I got an achievement. Fishing. Solve a puzzle with a fish. Each fish must be eaten. Alright. I'm not entirely sure what this means. I thought, you know, you look at this, you know, each of these must escape, each of these must be occupied by the same color, each fish must be eaten, but then this is not a clear condition. So it's not a clear conditions list. Let's hop down to banquet. We gotta eat. You can only eat one at a time unless you land on it. Eat all fish on a tile by landing on it. Okay. Now, this one concerns me. No, maybe that's how we gotta end. Alright. I see no problem with just going around here. We don't get to eat all those. But then... Right, that doesn't work. Okay, so... I see. We need to use this guy. Ha! I saw a red penguin in a red ring and I was like, okay, that guy's already done. We don't need to worry about that. No. Oscillation. Wait a sec. If I get this, and I go... Oh, that just throws me in the water. But what if I did it up here? No, I would eat the fish and fall in the water. Well, it looks like we need to launch 3 creatures into the water to win this level. Alright, I mean, who needs the spring, right? For now. Oscillation. I mean, I know how to do this, I think. Not like that, but, you know. Alright, start like that. That knocks it out. Alright. And then... Oops. Then this should... Okay. New entry. I think that is, when for break block. Spring can continuously rebound on top of broken without falling. Nice. I wonder if that counts for hatches too. Which would only matter if you have multiple color creatures, I think. And multiple of the same color. Noodling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish. So we need everybody to fly out. Let's start with this then. I think I got it. Yes, even gray can eat the fish. They're not dead, they're not stone. You just can't play as them. That's the wrong way. Angling. Okay. I was like, at first, this looks easy. You just go over here and in here. Yay! No, no, no. There is a fish up here. Makes me think we need to get the spring to be on the walrus. Let's figure out how to do that. Okay, it's very easy. Alright, now we need to get red in place, which is right there, actually. We needed to do it with walrus on the other side. Or no, it won't work if walrus is up here, because then walrus will land right here. We need walrus to be over here. So how to do this? Huh. I think I got an idea. Like this, and then... Wait, no. Red can't go up from here, but walrus can come down from here. That doesn't help. There's just a fish uneaten, which is a tragedy. Red can only go up somehow. So we can't do this with red getting the spring for sure. So this is the only way to start. Okay. Now we could move red, or we could move blue. Any direction would do nothing. This is literally the only thing we can do up to this point. Now we have two choices. We can do this, or we can do this. So doing this lets us do this, which lets us only do this. And that lets us come around. But now red is not stuck. Now getting blue to be here without red in this corner would be... What am I not seeing? There's got to be just one move somewhere that's... Oh, here we go. That one. Heh. Why did I want... I did not want red over here. I want red over here. There we go. Eat it! Yay! Okay, so... What I was thinking is I want to go this way. It'll knock that guy in. Oh, I'll only eat one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 fish. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penguins. Alright, yeah, that's probably good. Then we'd have to use the other penguin to... Wait. Oh, one of the grays has a bomb. Oh well. Let's open that. Chumming. Spending time with friends. Okay. We need to knock everybody over the edge. Let's start by going this way. That might be our last one. We don't want to knock you that way, so this... I mean, I'm just starting out, like... Nope. Probably want green to be down there. Nom. And then yellow can be, red, or blue is up there. Knock yellow out there. Oh, that didn't do what I thought. That didn't do what I thought, okay. Alright, okay. Not quite yet. Yellow goes there. Blue goes here. There we go. Got him. Alright. So we do have a rocket. That could let us eat something like that. And if we knock into this guy with a bomb, I'm gonna go that way. But the problem is, we need all the fish to be eaten. Gorge. We gotta eat a lot. I don't see any reason not to start like that. Or like that. We need somebody to stop on the tile, though. No, everybody needs to go into the tile. What? Wait a second. Maybe if red goes here, and blue goes here, and it doesn't knock blue. Okay. Well then. How would we eat the 3? Because we can't move green. We'd have to get somebody to stop on there. And blue. No, we don't need somebody to stop on there. We need to eat them. What's our other penguin? The green? No, it's yellow. We don't have yellow penguin in here, so we can't use imports. How am I? What is not going on here? Why isn't it working? Why can't I figure something out? Is it some rule to do with the rocket that I don't know? There's a question mark. There's several question marks with the rockets. I can only see 2 guys eating. Why is it cracked anyway? We couldn't stop there anyway. So there has to be a reason why it's cracked. Well, maybe we can't solve it now. We'll leave it unsolved for the moment. V! We've got a V in here. Alright, level herrings. Has V. Alright. Written down. Okay, everybody has to knock out. Which means... probably we do something like... this. Because... that corner is not a good place. Okay. So you are out. Now if we have somebody go from the left... as somebody else is there, so like this. There we are. Now blue goes to the right. What do I mean from the left? I don't understand. The left and right don't make sense with teleporters. The blue goes to the right and will knock green downward and will fly over. Yay. V complete. Bye-bye. Maybe I can get green, yellow to hit it instead. All right, assembly. All right, what am I looking at? We have to eat. We have to get the walruses out. That's bad. Let's not start like that. That's bad. Let's not start like that. All right, this is our only first move. Okay, well, neat. Okay, I like that. We knock them around. Now blue's over here. Eat those. And just keep knocking them. And we cannot get, we can put blue down here. And then we can knock our, oh, holy moly. All right. Knocked red out first. Okay, well, blue needs to be in here. All right. We do need to knock creatures out somehow. So, and not throw them to the left. I mean the right. That's not it. And now you could move. That would be bad. That's bad. That's bad. So, can blue switch places with anybody? Ever? I don't think so. Well, again, it must be just one move that I'm missing. So, red cannot go down and knock somebody up. Now, because red would be stuck from there. So how do we get these walruses out of the way? I mean, it's not like this. That somehow worked. And that somehow worked too. Was it the first one into the portal? Is that what it was? Okay, it seems the first one into the portal is the one who gets knocked out. Alright. They didn't give us an extra rule for that. Okay, so I actually want... this guy to be flown out to the to that way. But that's a problem because there's still 2 fish left. Oh, dynamite. What? Did I not figure this one? Oh, yeah. Dynamite. I know. That's 1. Well, here's a good start. That's 1. All right. So now if we can find a way to blast to the left while moving upward, maybe? That won't do it, will it? No. It's not even on the right pair of spots. What about here? Yeah. Haha. All right. Let me restart so that I can open green. I mean yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 5 penguins and 4 fish. So as long as we can get rid of some of them. If only we could knock a gray one into another gray one. Okay, so I need to get you in place where you can... Oh. Well, I might have to solve this one. We might be able to do it. There we are. Get out of here. Oh, that didn't work. How do we knock this guy out of here? That's one more of those. And then we need one more right here. Why did I fully restart? I'm not sure. What if I can get a something over here and then run back and forth? We've got a green and a yellow. What do we have in the previous one? We have a red and a yellow. I don't think we can get our yellow down here. Also, we have to beat this level. We have to beat it before we can go on. So this is a good start. Alright, now what I would really like would be to get rid of this one without losing a second guy. It does seem like maybe that has to be our last move. So, how can we get rid of this guy? How can we knock this guy over? Maybe we need to pull something out of another puzzle. Alright, we gotta solve this one. We also... Oh my goodness. I have a spring now. What if I give yellow the spring? Alright, yellow's got a spring. So now yellow. Well, for that we want this guy to get out of there. So yellow could now knock green in. I don't suppose. Well, that's one way to get that. That doesn't blow up the other guy, though. And to get them to both eat at the same time, you'd have to come from above. So that would knock the gray bird into the middle fish. Wait. New entry. Spring allows for multiple presses at one time. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to go back into Gorge. But we don't have a yellow penguin in here. What is it? There's rockets. It's something about rockets I don't know, I'm sure. Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that. Okay, so here's our solution. Alright, we stop and eat all of them instead of diving through and eating one. We beat George. Alright, so what next? We've got a spring, and I don't see a way to... So you think that down here you would use a spring? Oh, I got it. I see it. I see how to get over there. Watch this. Now I go left. And I will use this wall to fly over, and then I will... Wait, no, this is not here. This is blank. Maybe it won't work. Nope. Grrr. You could still see the yellow penguin. Okay. I'm trying to think of how else we might be able to do it. Like... The spring is right there, right? Spring is there. So... I mean, we can break that, or we can avoid breaking it. It's like, what if we have a guy in this spot? No, that would just bring us onto this tile. This isn't gonna help. Yeah. We can't to do it left and right another way. Huh. What about this guy? How do we get you out of the way? Grrr. I got a cane and a spring. That's all. Green and yellow. Can I bring anything in? I do have a yellow penguin. Maybe I can bring something in from here. But I don't think I can use it. Yeah, the only thing I can do is go into herrings, and I have to beat herrings. I have to beat this level before I can go on. The first thing you can do is this. The only other thing you could do would be to knock this penguin out, which you can do anyway at any time. So, is there a way to trigger the bomb without losing your second guy? And how can we get this guy out of here? We could get the rocket and stop. If we could get the rocket and then move right, it would blast the guy out. So that's what I want to do. So how would we do that? Get this guy out of here. Okay, we want to get the rocket, but not go over there ourselves. We want to get the rocket and stop. Which we can do if we have the spring. Alright. That is fine. Close that. Get over here. You... be here. Alright, then you go over here and you get here. Spring takes rocket and then blasts off this way. And now we can get to the next level, which we do next. Gigging! Alright. There's 2 fish over on the end, which means we have to enter twice. Once from the left and once from the right. There's 2 fish on that one too. So we have to enter each of these twice. So we start with the walruses. The walrus, we have to enter... Let's start by entering this from that side. Then we have to enter it from above. Nope, from below. Oh no, it has to be the penguin on that side. So the middle one has to be from the left and the right. Okay, the penguin is easy to get to. Alright. No, nope, nope. It's got to be from the right first. Have I got it? I think I've got it. This one in. Actually, I don't think it matters which way it is first. No, it had to be from the right first. And we're done! Yay! We beat Giggling. Alright, this one is a bit of a questioner. Because you would think you would want to... Oh, no. No, even if we could leap over this wall, we couldn't land on the other side. We would leap over the wall and then over another one. Alright, well, we've got our last thing to do to beat this level. Yaha! I beat herrings! And now I could go up to magnets. Do I want to call it here or do I want to keep going? I think I want to call it here. My instinct says to keep going, but I am starting to feel the tiredness and this is a good stopping point. So that is going to be it for this episode of Gentoo Rescue. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, and I will see you next time. Bye!